All right, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to the In the Cloud podcast. We're now on YouTube now. Yes, I am now recording over on YouTube. So if you guys want to come check out my studio area, see what it looks like. Yeah, we got the American flag in the background right here, and then the law enforcement back there. Yeah, I actually just want to talk to you guys because I want to talk about censorship because that's a big thing on the internet right now, and even with Joe Rogan right now, there's a bit of I think there's like Spotify employees talking about censoring Joe Rogan or editorial control over his podcast, and the one thing I think that's going on is Joe says that they have not said anything as far as as far as like cen- as far as like censorship goes, or them trying to silence him. They have said nothing to him or his manager. He completely claims that there's really nothing that he's being told, so he thinks he's okay and he's in the good right now, and I like actually watching his I actually love watching his podcast. His podcast is amazing, unedited. You can watch like 2 hour, 4 hour conversations over there. I actually love watching it all because it's very interesting to me. I actually love watching I've been watching his I actually just watched I'm actually in the middle of currently watching his 1544th podcast with Tim Dillon. I'm watching that currently, and they're talking about politics. They're talking about, you know, how the left can be a little bit. If I'm to be, they were talking a little bit about the left and how there are some things wrong on the left side that need to be fixed. Now, I'm like I said, I think that as far as it goes, with censorship, I don't think that it's okay to try and censor people. I've heard like nothing as far as Spotify goes as censoring. I know Spotify is a really cool company, and that they really don't censor people, and that's good. That's great because with YouTube and stuff like that, and now I know I'm on YouTube now, so I'm gonna try and be a little bit more. Well, I'll just say it bluntly. They do censor a lot, whether they'll admit it or not. They still do. I mean, they'll cover up videos, or they'll make your video not in the recommended section or anything like that. And to be honest with you, that's their choice and all that. But I don't think it's right. I don't think it's right that they're doing it. I mean, they definitely could do a lot better as a company as far as it goes. I think that, as far as managing YouTube goes, they need to work on being more open to the laws in the United States, like freedom of speech, all that stuff. But I do know they are a private owned company, so they could take down my channel in literally a day if they wanted to and not have a reason for it. So you got to be careful of what you do. And that's why I'm always contacting Team YouTube on Twitter. I'm talking to them about problems I'm having on my YouTube channel, or anything that persists of, stuff that I need help with. They're usually very helpful with me. They usually tell me, "Hey, this is what's wrong. And here's our link," and stuff like that. But sometimes I just don't feel like I'm as helped as much as I feel like I should be. I mean, some things are okay to do, but the they I don't know. When it comes to Team YouTube, I feel like it's a very hard way to get reached out to them, because you have to tweet them on Twitter. I feel like there should be a support service besides Twitter. And I think that would be a lot easier for people to go and to go and talk to like an employee or something like that about their channel. I think that'd be really cool, but that would backload a lot of workers at YouTube too as well. Cause like you gotta imagine there's like 1 billion users on the platform every month, probably even more than that. And like it's like a lot. So as far as it goes, I'm not 100% sure on like everything and the specifics. I'm not 100% on like what they're thinking, what their mindset is, like what they're doing behind the scenes, you know. But I do think that they could do a lot better. I do think that, you know, and this is constructive criticism. That's it. I think that, them terminating channels, for example, without no reasoning or like anything like that, that's definitely something that should be addressed. I don't know. I feel like if you get terminated, you should at least know why you got terminated, or like you should have like I feel like you should have like an email sent to you, or like a call from YouTube or something like that to let you know why your channel was terminated as far as it goes. And like I feel like you should know, I feel like you should have the right to know like what you did wrong and what you could do to prevent from making that mistake in the future, whether or not it's a termination or suspension or whatever it is. I think that they could do a lot better. As far as I never really covered this subject much, but Mixer, I actually really liked Mixer a lot as far as streaming goes. I know some people did not like the platform at all, and I actually really liked the platform because like the platform was amazing. It was easy to gain a following on. It was easy to get followers, viewers, all that stuff. You could, it was really cool, for what it was, and it was definitely dope. Like I have some really dope streaming stories I should tell at one point on this podcast, but not tonight at least. I don't want to talk about it tonight, but there's definitely a lot that I feel like is something that we should all talk about as far as Mixer goes, like, and them, deleting their website or like, just completely terminating the whole Mixer thing. I feel like that was wrong. I don't know. Like, I kind of wonder why, because like Ninja and Shroud had like, they had like $100 million deals. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure on like the specifics of their deals, but they had a lot of money going towards, like their deals with Mixer. And I'm pretty sure, Ninja was getting like 80,000 a day or something like that. Some crazy stuff like that, He was getting like a lot for streaming in like a day, and I think it was really cool. I was honestly surprised to see him go back to Twitch though, after like what Twitch has done. And like I think in some ways with like that situation, I think Twitch was in the wrong for that. But I would have been interested to see him go to YouTube, and see like how he would do over there. Like I think he did one live stream over on YouTube, which was really cool. He had like 100,000 people or some crazy shit like that he had over on there, and that was like wow. I was like, he pulled 100K easily. I think it was within the first 25 minutes he got that, which is just that's amazing. Like, that really shows you how powerful his audience is, and like how they will how supportive your audience is, because like with my audience, my audience watches me when I make like good quality content. Like I make something that's interesting. Like for example, my graduation vlog, that was very high quality, and it shows how much like people who like me and are subscribed to me will like to be a part of that, as well as like my streaming stuff too as well. Like I want to stream eventually. I want to start doing all that, streaming video games. I think even I've seen like multiple musicians go over to Twitch and they're streaming music over there, them creating music. It's really cool over there to see how they do it. Like I think T-Pain's on there. That was really cool to see. Logic is over there. There's multiple different musician streamers over on Twitch right now, which is that was really cool to see on like how they do it, how they make the music, how they work with the beats and stuff like that. It's really cool to see. If you guys don't watch those streams, definitely should. Um, yeah, I mean, I feel really good today, guys. I actually I'm going into a different subject here. So I feel really good today. I woke up today. I was like, it's a really good day today, you know. And when you wake up like that, I feel like it's like one of the best feelings in the world is to wake up and be like, hey, today's a really good day, you know. Today I'm gonna get this done. I'm gonna get this done, and you feel very productive, you know. And that's why I came back to do the podcast again, since I was late on Friday. But we're gonna start mixing up the schedule, so it's gonna be random parts of the week that you'll see this podcast go up on. So instead of just saying Happy Friday, all everyone, you know, it'll be like Happy Monday, Happy Tuesday, or Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, you know, whatever deal. Um, and I think it'll be really cool to see. I want to make it only during the weekdays though, not the weekend. I don't know. We'll see. Like as far as it goes, on like how we'll see how it goes and see how people like it. You know, I keep messing up my words a lot, like throughout um talking and stuff like that. So like sometimes I'll forget what I'm saying, and then like it'll be like I just won't be able to talk at all. Like it feels awkward. So yeah, I actually want to talk about something really interesting I saw. So like the presidential debate and the vice presidential debate. I feel like the left was. I don't feel like the left was being 100% honest with like some of the things they were saying. I think that they did a lot of I feel like they lied a bit in there, because like Kamala Harris wouldn't even answer like some of the questions that was being asked to her. Like for example, the will you pack the Supreme Court? She never answered that, and I thought that was kind of weird how she wouldn't answer that question. And Joe Biden is saying that he won't answer that question until after the election, until after he wins. So that's what I feel like is just. I don't feel like that's right at all. I feel like that is completely wrong. You should be honest with the American people, you know? Like they talk about honesty a lot. And the only point I could see Kamala making to Pence was that him and Trump kept the coronavirus on like January 28th or something like that away from like the American people for like a certain period of time, and they knew how serious it was and how bad it was, but didn't say anything until later. That was the only point I feel like she had against him, but I feel like with Pence, he did a really good job explaining like, you know, like what he wants to do and what he wants to continue to do as time goes on. And like there I don't know, like I feel like everyone, like they were trying to talk about like banning fracking, for example, and Kamala would not answer. She said something along the lines of that she would ban fracking, and then in the debate she said that she doesn't. She said that she never said anything about that when there's actually video evidence that she has. You know, so that's where it comes to. That's where the question comes to. You know, when is it going to be truth and facts and open-minded people? You know, I feel like with the right side right now, they're dealing with a lot of pressure because they want Trump to be president. You know, they want everything to go right the way they want it as well. So that way it's a lot better, you know. And I feel like with the left, they're not being as, I don't feel like they're just being honest. I feel like they've glorified thug culture. They've They've destroyed buildings. They've tried to tear down our police. They they've tried so much at this point that it's been a lot, to deal with as an American person, I feel like it's a lot. They've done so much, and like um it's just ridiculous, man. It's just ridiculous, man, at this point. Like, and not only that, like, we're trying, like, I'm trying to like talk to people, like, and like everybody's bringing race into everything. Like, I don't think, and I'll tell you this, guys, I don't care if you're a sponge or you're orange or you're yellow or you're blue. I don't really care, If you're a nice person and I can connect with you and talk to you about, mature subjects like politics and all that, I feel like that you are a good person, despite the side you're on. But a lot of the left right now is not that. They're not open minded. They're very closed minded, and it makes it rough for everyone because everyone's so damn stressed out because of these politics, and these politicians. And like, you got people who want to turn this into a socialist country, which we should not have a socialist country. It should stay the way it is right now. Yes, we do have a problem with police brutality, and that should definitely be worked on. And that's why it brings me into the next subject of why we need funding, more funding for the police, actually, is because, for example, the things that have happened with police brutality, they need to up their funding to train cops on sensitivity, on how to put a person in a hold without necessarily hurting them at all, you know. And I think that they need to teach them how to, like, what situations are appropriate to act this certain way. And I think that I think that they need more funding. I think that they need to be taught a lot more about, like, certain things, like on, like, people with disabilities, people who, might not necessarily be all there. I think that they need to be able to be equipped with the skills to help or serve or protect in a situation where there's someone who is not necessarily, like I said, all there, or has a disability, or whatever the case may be. They should be equipped with the skills to have that. They should be able to know what's wrong and what's right. And how, like, they should be able to make a good determination on, like, how to handle that specific situation themselves. And I'm not saying all cops are bad, because there are a lot of cops that are very good and are very well. And yes, there are some bad eggs out there, but that doesn't mean everyone's a bad egg. I think that, with the right funding, with the right training, with everything, they would legitimately do a great job for America with serving and protecting. So, yeah, those are some really interesting topics, that I think we could go through. Now, I'm gonna say this, once and for all, like, I don't think, I'm not voting for Trump because of his personality. I'm voting for him because of his policies, and that is why I am voting for Trump. Not because he's the brightest person in the world, but because of his policies. And honestly, I don't think Biden's taking this way too seriously, I don't think he's taking it seriously at all. I think he's taking it as, I'm going to get the title of being a president. That's it. I don't think that he's going to do good, And even with their Green Deal, it's pretty much the same deal, just, worded differently. And I think they wanted to incorporate like $4 trillion towards this Green New Deal. And here's the only problem with their Green New Deal is, the problem with them is with their Green New Deal, they're trying to incorporate, that would mean it would take a lot more fuels, a lot more fossil fuels. It'll take a lot of that stuff. It'll take a lot of resources just to make a new Green New Deal, when there's other ways to do new Green Deals without costing a $4 trillion and putting us into more debt, you know? And I forget where she said she would get the money from, but either way, it's going to cost us a lot and raise taxes a lot more just for doing that. So, yeah, there's a lot going on. But anyway, guys, before I keep going into politics, I'm going to actually end this episode here. Hopefully you all enjoyed. If you guys want me to talk more about politics, let me know. Hopefully you all enjoyed this podcast video on YouTube. So I think I'm going to either try and upload the audio first and then this podcast second. We'll see. We'll see as it goes on. But anyway, guys, thank y'all for watching. If y'all enjoyed listening and watching, let me know. Tweet me on Twitter at SkyZ2442. And yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, boys.